Hey, hello friends, welcome to 30 CAGR YouTube channel. Friends, in this video, we are going to talk about a very interesting and important topic, that is about the broking industry, right? Yes, we all keep criticizing the brokers and say that, they are not up to the mark in terms of technology and, uh, glitches that are happening these days, right? Or maybe the services that they are offering. I also have criticized a lot in the past whenever they have done the mistake, but I think we also need to look at the other side of the story, how brokers are getting choked from every possible angle from SEBI and exchanges, right? Like before 3 to 4 years back, they used to get income from almost 8 to 10 sources, wherein now there are just like a few sources, 2 to 3, that are available for them to make money. Slowly, one after the other source is getting cut from these exchanges or SEBI, and because of which all this will again come back to the traders only. It is not something that they are going to absorb all the loss of income sources. They are again going to put all that on our heads only, and we are going to really bear all this in future. So we will see what are those things that the brokers are suffering from for the last 3 to 4 years, and how it is going to affect us. Before we begin, in case if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do subscribe and hit on bell icon. You're going to see a lot of interesting stuff on strategies, algo tools, and other topics in the stock market. So first, let's see, I have plotted down a few reasons. The first is, a few years back when the Carvey episode happened. I don't know how many of you were or have been in markets for the last like 5 years or 6 years. So there was an episode from Carvey where they misutilized funds, or the securities that were bought by its clients, right? So actually, clients bought some shares and then they misutilized them, and then they, I mean, got some amount for interest, and all those things happened. And then SEBI decided that the intermediate, or this brokers who are in between the client and the depositories, that has to be cut down. So ever since, they have introduced a lot of rules, and in that one rule is, brokers cannot use one client's margin for another. Let's say earlier what used to happen was, let's say there is a person who has like 100 rupees, and person B again who has 100 rupees. Now if person A uses only 20 rupees, the other 80 rupees the broker used to give it to other traders who are actively taking the margins, right? Person B, let's say he wants more than 100 rupees, he wants 150 rupees. That 50 rupees, instead of putting from broker's pocket, they used to get it from the pool amount, okay, of all these traders money. Not every broker, but some brokers used to do it. And for that reason, SEBI said that, no, you cannot do that. You have to bring in your own money, put it from your pocket. If you want to really lend something to the traders, okay, do it from your own pocket. You cannot use other traders money for funding, right? So that's one major blow that happened to the brokers, which costed them a lot. Now they have to bring the money from some sources, and it's like a loss of interest for them as well. And then the quarterly settlement. So quarterly settlement is a process again that started recently for the last like 1.5 year, where SEBI says that if funds are unutilized, or for that matter, these days what is happening is, even if you are actively trading also, for every 3 months the funds have to go back to the client's bank account, right? Earlier this was not happening. So if there is any inactive trader, or there are some idle funds lying, broker had some opportunity there to make money out of it. But now they cannot do it, because once the funds go back to the bank account, if he's an inactive trader or investor, the probability of transferring the funds back to the demat account, or the trading account, are very, very less. So they don't do that if they are not active. That way funds are actually going back to the bank accounts which are idle. So this is another stream of source, through which brokers are not able to make money. I just try to put some bold if it is like a major blow to the brokers, and if it's a minor one, just I haven't done any bold. So you can see the next one. Yes, a very big one is, I think approximately 1.5 year back, full margins were being asked by the brokers or the exchanges to sell a security or an option. Earlier, before like 2 years, even if you want to buy, or sorry, if you want to sell Nifty one lot, you used to get it for even 25-30,000 also, right? But in an incremental way, SEBI has said that no, it's not possible. You need to put in a lot of margin, full margin. There is no discount that can be given by the brokers to the clients. And so In a phased manner, they made it to 50, 75, 1 lakh or 1.25. And there is a calculation based on which this keeps changing every day. And full margins have to be provided by the trader to the broker to take a sell position. And this has hit like 10 to 20% of the income for all the brokers, because back then so many people just started selling a lot of positions, because in India a lot of education has happened around these stock market selling, time decay and all that, and people realized that, okay, more than buying, selling is easy, and anyways the fund is almost the same in terms of risk management. For buying also you need around 20-25,000 if you keep some buffer amount, and for selling also it's the same amount. So they started selling the positions, and this has really hit bad, for all the brokers. And then no payback commission from NSE, surely one of the biggest blows of all the points that I'm going to tell you today. This is going to be in effect from October 1st. Recently we all heard what has happened. No paybacks from NSE. NSE used to give heavy paybacks to all these brokers who bring options volumes. This is only an option segment. So these brokers in turn, they used to encourage all the small traders, big traders, everybody to trade in options, because they are getting a lot of commission from NSE. Because of that, SEBI said that no, you cannot do that. You have to make sure that all the brokers get, the same amount, and they have to charge true to the label. Whatever they are charging from the client, they have to pass it on to the exchange. So this is really a major blow. Regarding the numbers, I think Zerodha mentioned that it's going to lose around 10%, but other brokers, especially who are zero brokerage firms, okay, they are going to lose up to 50%, because they are not charging brokerage. Their main source of income is this NSA payback, and maybe a little bit of income that comes from the MTF margin trading facility, or the interest that they earn on other things. So this is surely going to hit them at least 40 to 50% of their income, and yeah, that's like a heavy blow for them. And then the collateral reduce. Recently, we heard that, out of 1700-1800 companies which can be traded and then which can be pledged, now 800 or I guess 700 are no longer available, which means if there is a trader whose favorite stock is, let's say, X company, okay, he is already invested in that, he doesn't want to sell that stock. He used to pledge that, get some money and use it for trading. Now let's say that stock or the bond is out of the list, he will not, or he cannot get the collateral margin. And on the other side, he doesn't want to sell that also, because he trusts the company or the bond, and so he will not be able to trade, and the broker will lose brokerage, right? So this is another thing. And again, recent restrictions of FNO, we have to wait and see what the SEBI panel is going to say. And I'm pretty sure that there will be some major points that will limit small traders to enter into FNO segment. That is going to happen for sure. And since small traders will not trade, these brokers incomes will get hit. Because one thing to note here is, these days all these discounted brokers are charging per order basis, right? Not per lot basis. So even if a big trader who trades in 100 lots places one order, and then the small trader who trades in one lot, he also places one order, the income, okay, for the broker would be same in both the cases. Of course, there are some freeze limitations and all that. A big capital trader might generate a few more bucks, but most probably it's almost the same, what a big trader and a small trader generates fund, or the income for the broker. In some cases, even the small traders generate more, because they don't have proper risk management techniques, and so they tend to buy or sell more and more and more, right? So that is definitely going to be a big blow for all these brokers. And then there are also other small things like SEBI is trying to get into this T+0 settlement, where settlements will happen on the same day, or they also trying to make sure that the fund stays in the bank only, but there is a way the broker knows how much fund is there in the bank, and then allows the trading based on that. So these are all the reasons why the brokers have taken a heavy blow. If I can put a number, it should be around 60 to 70% of what they probably have lost in the last few years, right? Especially those zero broking houses, or ultra discounted brokers who are there, they have lost a lot. And Remember, they need a lot of money to run the servers, infrastructure, staff, offices, and all that. It is not very easy to run a broking industry. They have to acquire a lot of licenses. They need to buy the data from NSC and BSC. All this is super costly, and obviously they are not going to put it from their pocket. And what will happen is all this will again fall on our heads only. Okay, they are going to charge, or they are going to increase the brokerage. Already Zerodha mentioned that they might increase. There are chances, or Kotak has said that, probably the plans would change. Now they are offering zero, but they are saying that, sorry, these plans might change. You have to wait and see what's going to happen. So I'm sure many brokers are on their way to increase the brokerage, and if there are any zero broking firms, they are also probably planning to end the plan and increase the brokerages, right? So this is all we have in this video. Hope now you know what actually caused the brokers to increase the brokerages, and you plan accordingly how much expenses you are actually paying towards the trading, and what happens if the brokerage is increased. Are you going to pay more, pay less? All these things, you please do a calculation. Maybe not today, after 3 months or 6 months or 1 year this is going to happen, and you should be in a position to plan your trading ahead. And another point to note here is, it is not just the brokerage that you need to check, because there are a few brokers who give it for free, or for 5 rupees or 10 rupees, but their services and platforms are pathetic. There are so many cases where traders try to save like 5 rupees, 10 rupees, and then when there is a technical glitch, they lost like thousands and thousands of rupees. So make sure that when you are selecting the broker, you are actually checking their platforms, their APIs, their service, or probably their products, right? So this is very important to consider when you are choosing a broker. So that's all we have for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you like the video, like it, share it, and in case if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe and hit on bell icon. Don't forget, time and again I'm saying that we are going to discuss about all these important, interesting topics you need to know as a trader, right? So just subscribe and hit on bell icon, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.